Well, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, whatever place it is you're tuned on to the Life Signatures Radio. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and welcome aboard. It is another day, another opportunity for us to share some nuggets and teach and inspire and motivate and make us to think and scratch our heads on the subjects of purpose, productivity, and resilience. Three important things in our lives. This is a daily show. If you like whatever you're hearing, please share it with as many people as you can. If you like and you want to give back, there is a link that you can be able to click on the show notes, and that will be a major blessing. We are in the middle of a series. We're talking about what? We're talking about living a strategic life. We started this quite a long time ago. We started talking about how it looks like to live a strategic life, and then we talked about how important it is to live a strategic life, and then 2 episodes back we started talking about what are the detriments, what are the downfalls of not living a strategic life. We looked at one, and today let us go on and look at the second. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Life Signatures podcast with Lawrence Namale. Lawrence is a life coach, author, and keynote speaker who loves to tackle different topics on purpose, productivity, and resilience. His mission in life is to awaken all your boundless possibilities available in you. Life Signatures podcast is dedicated to bring to reality every single person who knows that deep down in their gut, there's got to be more to life than this. And now, here is your host, Lawrence Namale.
So, we are humans, and we're supposed to be on the highest level on the quote-unquote food chain. In other words, much is expected of us as human beings. We are the rulers of this world. But what do we have to show for it at the end of the day, when the curtain comes to a close of our lives? What do we have to show for it? Whatever we have to show for it will be as a result of how we deployed ourselves. Were we strategic, or were we short-termist in our existence? If we were strategic, of course we will see, the benefits, the life signatures will speak for themselves. But if we were short-termist, it will be hard to tell what is there to show for ourselves. Now, the thing about the human being is that is how we were created. We were created to matter. Is this man called Brendon Burchard, who has these 3 statements: to live, to love, and to matter. Human beings were created to matter. The existence of Lawrence is supposed to make contribution to the face of the earth, so that someone else can have a better life because Lawrence lived. And I don't have to carry a burden. It's like I just have to do me. I just have to live my purpose. And the repercussions of me living my purpose is someone else being blessed one or another. When Steve Jobs lived his purpose, we are blessed by Apple and all the products that they have created. When Elon Musk is living his purpose, we're blessed by all these things, Starlink, Starship, all these things that he's creating, the Roadstar that he's creating, and so on. It's not like he's taking it's a burden. It's a mandate. It's a mission. Humans are not born to look for food to eat, 3 square meals, pay their bills, and die. 1,000 times no. It cannot be the reason as to why I'm existing. I do not want to exist for those 2 reasons. And maybe the third one is to make it in life. Nah. These 3 things, they are there, yes, but at some point in time they've got to be subservient to living a strategic life and a life of purpose and a life of direction and a life of transformation, a life of impact, change. That's why I live. That's why you live. What are the detriments? What if that is not the direction we're taking? What are the detriments of not living a strategic life? Number one, we talked about this. It's lack of direction, aimlessness. That's why there's no difference between a human being who has no aim and the lion out there in the field. In fact, the lion can even be much glorious because it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. The eucalyptus tree, exactly what it's supposed to do. The best possible outcome of its life. But the human, aimless, passionless, directionless. Why? Because we chose not to be strategic in our existence. Consequently, let me talk about number two. When we're not being strategic in our existence, you know what's going to happen? The second thing that's going to happen is that we're going to have missed opportunities. And this is exactly what I was sharing maybe 2 episodes back. That if you went and you started talking to someone older, someone who is 40, right now, if you talk to Lawrence and asked him, if you look back, what do you think you could have done better when you were 17 or 18 or 19? Okay? There are quite a number of things. I can blame my parents all I want. I can blame society all I want. I can blame lack of whatever all I want. But there are some things that are incumbent unto me that I could have done better when I had the opportunity. And I did not do these things better because probably I was ignorant. And maybe I was ignorant because I was not strategic. Because to be strategic also means that you've got to go out there and learn. And unlearn also. So you've got missed opportunities, number two, when you are not being strategic in your existence. When you don't live a strategic life, you are less likely to recognize opportunities and seize them. Because let me tell you, to live a strategic life also means to respond to the divine, which is communicating through our desires, through our passions, through our ideas. That is the voice of the divine. It is the voice of the divine that tells someone a human being can fly, and they start experimenting with it. It is the voice of the divine that tells a human that medicine can come out of plants, and a whole pharmaceutical is created. It is the voice of the divine that tells a human that the roads can be smoother, and they start experimenting with that idea. It is the voice of the divine that tells people that this app can do A, B, C, and D, and they just lean into it. To be strategic is to listen to that particular voice of the divine and say, yeah, I've got to put food on the table, I've got to have 3 square meals a day, and I've got to pay my bills, but there's another voice that is speaking, and I need to listen to that particular voice, and I need to follow through, see what it is saying. But if I am not, perchance if I'm not any strategic, I will not listen to that particular voice. I will not see the opportunities that are presented. I will always be thinking in the prism of, where is the money? Yeah? If I do this podcast for men, where is the money going to come from? If I do this Life Signatures podcast, where is the money going to come from? Will I be paid at the end of the month? Does this thing pay? This is the exact thing that someone asked me when I was not even episode number 10 on this podcast years ago. You know what they asked me? Is there money in that thing? I'm not doing Life Signatures ostensibly to get money. If money does come, it should come. In fact, to be strategic, by the way, means that I can be able to account for that particular money. But if I am only looking at money initially as the main output for everything that I'm doing, let me read for you something that Elon Musk said. I'm reading his book. Not his book. I'm reading his story written by Walter Isaacson. Let me just read to you what he said. He was telling this to the engineers at Tesla Energy, the guys who had been tasked to take care of these solar roofs and so on. And they were not making money and so on. And he said to them that they will keep losing money, and he will shut that department down. And listen to what he said. He said later on that will be a setback, not just for that department, not just for Tesla, not just for Tesla Energy. He said it will be for the planet. If we fail, he said, we will not get to a sustainable energy future. That is the focus of the man. It is not about the money. He is being strategic in his existence. So if I am not strategic, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to see opportunities. Strategic living involves having a clear understanding of my goals and being able to identify the opportunities that align with them. It means that I need to sit down and really do a SWOT. What are the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities here? And I've always told people, every time you do a SWOT, on the column of opportunities, every opportunity you identify can be a company of its own. And I kid you not. But in contrast, people who do not live strategically, they overlook or fail to capitalize on important opportunities because they are not even looking for them. And even if they do happen, they will not recognize them because they are looking at things from the prism of where is the money? Now, is money important? Of course it is important. If you read the story of Amazon, there's a time I saw Jeff Bezos being interviewed and they were laughing at him. This is a guy who had a company that was running for 10 years, not making a profit. 10 years, not making a profit. And they were laughing at him. They were saying, why is it that a company that is not making profit is being funded? And the clip is there on the internet, on Facebook. People laughing at Jeff Bezos. Guess what? The guy turned the thing around because he saw an opportunity. He was being strategic in his existence. And let me tell you, being strategic, you've got to learn this from the get-go, that to be strategic, it will mean that right now, things will not make sense. Might not make sense. They will make sense later. This, I can repeat again, is the voice of the divine. The divine sees way ahead. I saw way ahead some time back when, in 2010 actually, I started creating a curriculum, homeschool mentoring curriculum for parents to supplement what education systems are doing, because I'd gotten feedback from very many people when I coached them. They were saying, I wish someone told me these things earlier. And I said, there's a solution to this. Let us talk to the parents to talk to the children. And someone told me, man, you don't even have a child. You don't even have a kid. Forget about that thing, man. And I listened to them. Fast forward 20 years later, COVID-19 happens and parents are seated with their kids. They're asking, what are we going to do with them? There was a man who God or the voice of the Spirit told him way back, do this. And I missed the opportunity because I was not being strategic. If you ask me, what did I do after that? There's nothing notable, so to speak, that I pursued. That's why I'm telling you guys, we miss our opportunities because we are always looking at things from the prism of the money and the now. The end of the month and the end of the day or the end of the week. Does it pay? If it doesn't, adios, see ya, bye-bye, get out of here. And that's how we miss opportunities. We overlook, we fail to capitalize on important opportunities, whether they are in our careers, they are in our relationships, they are in our personal growth, they are in our ideas. Failing to strategically manage your career could mean missing opportunities on promotions and stuff like that. You're missing that opportunity because you're not being strategic. Chances to develop new skills are there, but you're not taking those chances. You're not being strategic. In your personal life, lack of foresight will prevent you from recognizing moments that will lead to a deeper, more meaningful relationship that exists. Right now, we have opportunities. Right now, there will always be opportunities. People normally say, I did not buy land and all that stuff years ago. Now I'm missing opportunities. Let me tell you, there will always be opportunities. As long as the sun is up there, there is an opportunity. There will always be opportunities. Someone said people don't see opportunities because they are dressed in overalls and they look like work. But they will always be there. If we are not going to be strategic, we will always be looking for things that are going to massage our egos right now, put the food on the table right now. But the things that they can't do, those, we think that those ones are not opportunities because we are not being strategic. And we miss out. How are we going to know that we missed out? We will not know. See, when an opportunity comes to me right now and I don't take it, I will not know that I've missed the opportunity. I will know 10 years later. I will know 20 years later. I should have been on Twitter. I should have started social media management earlier on. And by the way, I should have. I will be having a social media management company. It's a missed opportunity because I was not being strategic in my existence. Tomorrow we go deeper. Until then, bye.
Thank you for listening to Life Signatures Radio. If you enjoyed today's show, subscribe to Life Signatures Radio on iTunes, Stitcher, or visit our website at lifesignatures.libsyn.com. Life Signatures Radio, fresh, clean, and inspiring.